So in today's video, I'm going to be walking you guys through the 21 million coin investment I've done over on my account. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, or free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be walking through the 21 million coin investment I've done on my account. We'll just be walking you guys through what's happened in previous weeks with this sort of investment, what I expect to happen this week, and the ways of, I guess, making your investment slightly better than just going for anything. So this investment is something we've done every single week, and it is buying Team of the Weeks. It is buying Team of the Weeks on the Thursday and selling them after the 6 PM content on the Monday. Why does this work, I hear you ask? Well, the reason this works is because there is an SBC that is repeatable every Wednesday. And because it is a tradable Team of the Week SBC, what it does is it supplies tradable Team of the Weeks. Well, as a result of supplying tradable Team of the Weeks, and Team of the Weeks currently going for about 35k, what happens is a lot of people do this SBC and then go and sell the Team of the Week. It's an easy 35k, and I don't blame them. Well, what this does is it drops the price of Team of the Weeks. But because it's only repeatable once a week, you've got one day where it drops all the Team of the Weeks, and then they slowly rise and rise and rise through the week, because you've got one day where they're supplied, and then they're not supplied for 7 days. And in those 7 days, what happens is those Team of the Weeks go up and up and up. This has happened every single week without failure for 5 weeks in a row now. And it's very unlikely to, again, just not work. So you can see right here, you can see the last week, we can see right there, 2 weeks ago they went from 33 up there to 45, and this week they went from 33 and they even hit highs of 52. So what's that, an 18k rise in 6 days? Not too bad whatsoever. Well, we've gone and bought them because, again, we think they're going to do the exact same thing yet again. So let's walk you guys through what we've bought. So there are a few different things that we've invested in. Normally we just split it into 3 different investments. Now the main one we've gone for is German Team of the Week. Specifically German Team of the Week that did really well about a month ago when they were needed for the Cup. So you can see that the German Cup last time came out on the 5th of June. We can see this because Adeyemi went from 2.4k all the way up there to 9k. So what we're looking for is the 5th of June. And what I've basically looked for is informs that had a really good rise on the 5th of June, because they were needed for a Cup back then, but they should be needed for the Weekend League this week. And again, the reason we know that Germany should be needed for the Weekend League this week is because if we go to objectives and then we go through to the one where you need one nation, at the moment it's Brazil. Well, last week's reward player was Gabriel. And what they've done is whatever the top reward is, the following week has been the foot champs. So next week, because Gomez is the top reward, it's favoured that Germany is going to be the requirement to next week. They've also alternated between South America and Europe, and obviously we've just gone from Brazil, so Germany being the next one should be fair. So what we need to do is we basically need to just go through the German informs and see who did really well at the beginning of June. Well, what we can do right here is we can grab someone like Ram, and we can see that Ram went from 31k all the way up there to 55k because of the tournament. And the reason Ram does well is because Germany has a lack of left backs. If I go right here, we go and go left backs in Germany. Now, since the since it coming out, we have had middle start, which will definitely decrease the demand on Ram. But other than that, that is the only German left back we've had released. So because Round did well last time, we also think he'll do well this time. So again, to find the Germans that did well, all you got to do is just look at the German players on Footbin, go and specifically select Team of the Weeks, and predominantly it was fullbacks, centre-backs and attackers who did well. Goalkeepers did pretty well as well, but again, due to the Sagan we've had recently, so it might decrease the demand, but there's not too many players to go through. All you got to do is go through these players randomly. Whereas if I go and grab someone like Goretzka, we can see that Goretzka did 26 up there to 38. So he outperformed the other players. So all you got to do is go and find the German informs who did well at the beginning of the month, and then go and pick them up. I filled up both my transfer list and my unassigned with these cards. So you can see right there, we've got some Goretzkas, we've got some Knaf. I've also going to pick myself up some Bisseks right there, and if we go and have a little look how Bissek did at the beginning of the month, we can see that, it's probably being used for an Evo, but 30k to 55k. So we can see that Bissek and so on we used a fair bit. So do a little bit of research, and then what you want to do is pick up these German informs and sell them before the Cup comes out. The reason you sell them before the Cup comes out, or the Foot Champs comes out, is because the Foot Champs comes out the exact same time the tradable pack comes out, which means it's too risky to hold on to it coming out. So what you do is just sell in the pre-hype, because the bought in the pre-hype of being needed for the cup, but they're also being bought because of the upgrade SBCs. So that is your first investment, and that is picking up German informs, which are going to rise both for the SBCs needing them daily and also going to be needed for the hype of them being needed for the objective. So the second sort of team of the week, and I'll always go and buy these, are team of the weeks that were needed for recent Evos. So if I load up a recent Evo, we've got something like the Carlinho. Now, the team of the weeks that were needed for this actually went extinct, whereas now some of them are back on the market for the same price as the other team of the weeks. But what will happen is they'll consistently get put into this Evo through the week. Whereas if we go and grab some random inform, like, let's go and grab Magia. Magia's not being used in any Evos whatsoever. So the only thing this guy's being put into is SBCs. But if we go and grab someone like Douglas Luiz is being used in both SBCs and he's being used in this Evo. Well, how can I show you that he's being used for this Evo? Well, if we look at before he was supplied, we can see he was 62k. That was about 15k more than what other team of the weeks are. But now what's happened is he's been supplied and he's back down there to 37k. So right now, Douglas Luiz is the same price as other team of the weeks, but he is being used, and I don't know why, because he's not the best card in the world, but he is being used in this Evo. And again, even if it's hard to believe, just look at these prices he was literally before he got resupplied. So the second way of buying stuff is buying players who've been used for recent Evos, because of course, you know, their cards are going to be more rare than players not being used in Evos, and as a result being rarer, they should rise faster. Yeah, we got around about 39 pages of team of the weeks, coming about 37k, so it's just under, I think it's just under 16 million coins in team of the weeks. Yeah, not bad. The reason I do this is because we've only got 3 months left of this game. I don't want to sit there being unassigned on team of the weeks, but what I can do is just buy one of every team of the week. And again, like I showed earlier in the trend, these cards rise about 15 to 20k a week, and I can still do SBCs, I can still open packs. And obviously I could do this and go unassign on the cards, but I don't think that's anywhere near as much fun. So that is the other investment I've gone for right there, is just buying one of every team of the week. I'll hold them in the club, sell them after 6 PM quantity on Tuesday. Now I've also still got 2 million coins I haven't invested. One of that is it's quite hard to find team of the weeks I haven't bought if I've got 390 individual team of the weeks. And the second one is last week we actually made some really good money holding some coins until after 6 PM on Thursday. Plus we only got a Portugal Foot Champs objective, but the cup was Italy. And we can see that players like Politano went from 23k to 44k. Well, what I did myself is I went and bought a bunch of Elaus, I believe at 55k. So what I did last week was when they went and dropped the cup, I went and bought a bunch of Elaus at 55k and sold them all for max price at 70k. So I made an easy like 500-600k just because I wasn't too greedy with buying team of the weeks and I left some coins to let me react. So the last investment I've done is leave some coins liquid, wait to see what comes out at 6 PM on the Thursday, or wait to see what nation is needed for the cup, and then go and buy the players that are scarce in that. I already did my research, I already knew Italians were lacking on left wings, right wings and strikers, so that's why I recommended my stream to buy at that time. Strikers did really well, and I mean, they all did very well, so happy days. But that is going to go and wrap up this investment. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.